I can't with you today. I do not have the energy for you today.
I'm just running on coffee and cookies. Coffee and cookies.
Shit, I think we
That's
both
a
are.
breakfast of champions right there. Coffee and cookies.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Waking Up, where we literally are like
Just waking up.
just waking up. I took my meds like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, meds. No, I took my.
Fucking shit, no, 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 no. Hi,
I,
Asta.
hey,
Good
Asta.
morning, Asta.
Uh, yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, we had our 12-hour charity stream yesterday.
And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I am wearing the same clothes I wore as I when I logged off yesterday because I literally logged off and went straight to bed and
As one should after a 12-hour stream.
But anyway, go
It's
ahead. Go ahead. You
so
explain what
yeah.
we were doing yesterday.
So we had our 12-hour stream yesterday. It was amazing. Our community, we have the best community. So we played a bunch of driving games. We were raising money for the Follow on Mission charity. So anyone doesn't know what Follow on Mission charity is, they help our first responders and veterans.
I'm sorry to hear
Um,
that, Asta.
yeah, yeah. Um, so they use adrenaline therapy to help our first responders and our vets. So it kind of helps rewire the connection between adrenaline and experiences to give them positive experiences instead of the bad ones that they already have. Um, it's a terrific people, and 100% of the money goes into making it work. Um, whether it's putting tires on the car, gas in the tank, everything everything that's donated goes into making all of that happen. And so they it's a terrific group of people. It's a fantastic charity. This is the second time that we've done it, and we were really excited. And you guys totally showed up
Ooh, they did. Y'all
yesterday.
did.
It was amazing. You guys went above and beyond expectations. So it was so exciting to see. It was great to see everybody. It was great to see so many people show up, and it was great to see so many people give. Whether it was just a couple bucks or whether it was a lot. And we had some anonymous donations. Whoever those people are, thank you for that. And we had some that were not anonymous, and thank you. We are greatly appreciate every dollar, every cent. Those 53 cents that finally came in, I'm much appreciative
You
of those.
have you have a Bear's son to thank for that one. Bear's son was like, I can't do it.
Yep. We were, there was a point where we were 53 cents away from rounding to the dollar, and it was
Sean
like
was
6 hours.
tweaking.
I was tweaking. Fine.
He was totally tweaking. I was like, God damn it, Sean, it's fine.
No, it's not. It's not. So Bear's son finally stepped up and donated to fill that
Yeah,
gap.
actually, he donated just enough to let us hit 500. He
Yeah.
donated the cents and there's like
We
$24 or something that was needed.
yeah.
So,
We doubled last year, didn't we?
we are twelve
What
dollars away from doubling.
last year? No.
We did
Last year was
260 last year.
260, yeah. So 260 and 260 is 520,
Oh
right?
yeah, we did double. I don't know. I can't maths. I'm
It's okay.
tired.
I did the math yesterday. Now it's just remembering it. Yeah, so we doubled. We more than doubled. And that is
Yes.
fantastic.
So we're a little tired.
A little bit.
We literally are running on caffeine and waiting for our math is hard. Math is hard.
That is. Yeah.
Caffeine and waiting for our medication to kick in. And
Yeah.
Sean texted me. He's like, I was like, I'll be right there. It was like, 10 before. And he's like, don't worry. I got to go put pants on.
I don't. Yeah, I was like, I didn't even have pants on. I didn't
So
have my
that's why we're a
eyeballs
little
in.
late. But we do have topics today because we're not gonna leave you high and dry. So
Before we
it's
before we do
fine.
that, one more thing to mention is if you want to learn more about the following mission, but that is not the right button. If you want to learn more about the following mission, the link is there right there in the chat. And let's see if this works. Why is it? No, that's not working. Um, let me see. I'm trying to get the donation link in here. Jay did that. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so the donation is active for more than just yesterday. It is actually active for several more days. I think for the next week. So if you missed yesterday, one, it's on. You can probably catch the VOD. So if you want to go watch it, and two, you can still donate for up to a week. So if you missed it, you still want to give, you certainly can. There is the link in the chat. Okay, I'm done.
I don't have the energy for the whole spiel, so here is the shortened,
Cliff
abbreviated
notes.
version. Since we are starting late anyway, we're not here to bash anybody's religion. Like, we're not. We are just two people talking about our religious drama. We're not professionals. Anything that we say on this podcast is our own opinions. It's editorial only. It is not in replace of any type of mental health. We are just trying to talk about what helps us and we have worked on and what we are failing at, and that's okay. We grew up in the South. We grew up Southern Baptist, and we grew up very conservative and evangelical, and we realized that was bullshit. So if you do need professional help, we do have information that we can provide you. Just contact us through the Discord, and we will, our Team AOA Discord, and we can get you that information to help you get in touch with somebody who is a professional. So this show is not, don't sue us. We don't know what we're doing either. And there we go.
Not professional advice.
No.
This is just our thoughts and our feelings and opinions and barely slept ramblings.
I have this cup though.
That cup, what is that cup?
I can't be held responsible for what my face does when you talk, Sean.
That's so very true. The face of subtitles.
Jay coming
Second highest. Of course, Jay's got the facts in here. Second highest amount in our entire history of 6 years of Veterans Day. That is amazing. I don't
think professional help will help me. I'm too far gone. Are you?
Or is that something that your intrusive thoughts are telling you?
Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as too far gone.
Mm-mm.
There's not.
I've had those thoughts before as well.
Same seas.
Yeah.
So that I'm too broken. I'm too much. I'm unlovable and unfixable.
Yep.
It's not that you're any of those things. It's sort of like being trapped in a cage with the door open.
Or the door unlocked.
Right. Well, the door, not even the door unlocked, but the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Just have had really bad flashback and like shaken to the core. Now that I can understand. That is a very true and honest statement. And I appreciate you sharing that with us. But the statement before that you're too far gone, is a statement that I might have to challenge. But I can understand, actually, I can imagine that is very difficult for you. So you're struggling. You're probably struggling with a lot of that. So I'm sorry you're having to deal with that right now. That's not easy. I've been there. Especially when you're like, oh, I'm having a good day, really bad day.
Oh, those are the worst.
Those are the fucking worst.
I'm just having too good of a day. I can fix that. No, don't stop.
Just kidding. JK.
Yeah, just kidding. Oh, that's often when they hit.
Okay, well, we have a list of topics. I was like, I need something easy, and then we're like, okay, do we want to flesh out a whole episode, or no? We're just gonna do. It's the charcuterie board. It's the charcuterie board of podcast topics right now.
Oh my god, it is the appetizer sampler.
That's what a charcuterie board is.
Well, you got all fancy names. I was thinking like Chili's style.
I can't with you.
Oh god, I'm about to knock my cup off.
Okay, actually, this is a good. I just find it hard to find out what is trauma or what is reality. Oh, which is one of our topics, and actually, that is a good topic that we can. It's number 9, Sean.
Okay,
it's called emotionally hungover, and that is something I have experienced. It's just bougie lunchables effects.
That is accurate.
But that I have experienced personally, and it's the worst. It is the worst because, especially when I was first into dialectical behavior therapy when I was in my DBT, and I was learning those skills, and that skill of, and Sean, I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm just saying, as I listen to the words that I'm saying before you make judgments. There's the thing that's just the facts. Because a lot of the times in, especially when you suffer from trauma and you suffer from all these things, your brain goes into that headspace of, I'm unlovable, I'm unthinkable, these people hate me because they did this. And what is it? Because we're seeing the world and we're thinking these thoughts, and it's hard because we're seeing them through a trauma lens. We're seeing them, and so is that reality? Is that person really mad at me because they were short with me? But I don't know all the facts. But am I creating the thing? And am I creating the thing because of my trauma? And it's really, I feel like that's so exhausting. But it says, you didn't drink, but your feelings had a 3-day bender. Discuss how emotional exhaustion sneaks up on you and what your hangover cure looks like. I was told that I had to do DBT and felt pressured all the therapy, and I hardly learned from it. DBT, and every I'm gonna have to say this. Not every therapy choice is for everyone. Different things work for everything. And what they did teach me in DBT is, if one tool isn't working, go use another one. That doesn't mean you're failing. It just means that tool isn't the tool that you need right then. But for me, DBT is the thing that saved my life. Really, it really did. But it didn't work. It doesn't work for everyone.
That's why there's so many different styles.
Right. Because DBT was created because CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, was not working for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So DBT was created and developed because a therapy, was not working. So, I mean, every different strokes to different folks. But emotional exhaustion.
I suffer. I deal with the you're saying about the just the facts from making connections. I will create an idea, a hypothesis, if you will, in my head, and then instead of drawing a conclusion based upon the facts, I've decided what the facts or what the conclusion is, and I work my way backwards, and I look for all of the evidence to support what I have told myself is reality.
I like to call it because I like to question Sean. I was like, is that the truth? Or is it the truth according to Sean?
She does.
Because 9 times out of 10,
if I'm in my head, if I'm in my head and we're having this conversation, 99% of the time it is the truth according to me and not the facts. Like I said, I think a week or so ago, I was 100% convinced of something the other day. 100%, even journaled it that I was 100% correct, and I was 0% correct. And I had myself worked up a bit, so that's exhausting.
Like emotional exhaustion, especially. I think for me it hits. Yes, the emotional exhaustion over like Asta was having, he had some flashbacks, and that can lead to several days of feeling like freaking garbage. But also, and that's in a PTSD or a traumatic flashback and trauma flashback, unexpectedly. But the thing that I find, it also happens in healing too, and I think that doesn't get talked about a lot, because it's often like, we're in therapy session, right? You're in your therapy session and you think, okay, I don't really have a lot to talk about, I'm feeling all right, it's fine. And then all of a sudden you have, like, maybe halfway through, you have that aha moment, or that, as my lovely therapist likes to call it, the bubble burst moment. It's like all of a sudden, like, you're floating along, boop, and all the trauma, all the things, shit starts falling out. And it's not bad shit. It's just like that whole, the connections start making sense. And then all of a sudden, a healthy thought then connects with that healing thought, and you're like, oh, maybe I'm actually, like, oh, but what it's like, what I have equated it to often in this podcast and for so many years, it's like resetting a bone. Like, it hurts. And not only that, but it hurts for days, because the reality is, especially with somebody like me who has CPTSD, which is a constant, you were not just exposed to trauma, just like you were developed in your whole person, and everything about how you see the world and who you are is developed in the trauma. You were created in the trauma. And now you're trying, like, all of a sudden that bubble burst moment is just as shitty, because then all of a sudden you are having to face this reality of everything that I've believed about this or myself or whatever is not right. And then you're having to deal with the afterthoughts and the questions about that. Like, the one I always come back to is that was a big bubble burst moment that I literally, like, I was in a funk for like 2 weeks. Was, I wasn't unlovable. They were just incapable of loving me. And I was like, wait, what? You are not unlovable. They were just incapable of loving you in the way that you needed to be loved. And they blamed you for it. And I was like,
yeah.
And it was very cathartic, because then all of a sudden it was like, oh, this weight of I'm not the problem anymore. I mean, I still think I'm the problem, but I mean, that part of it. But then all of a sudden I had to go through this whole, and I was 2 weeks, I felt like shit.
Does it feel like once that glass has shattered, that bubble has burst, does it feel like your life passes through this new filter? Like, everything that you've done, everything that's gone, your entire life suddenly push it, and you see it now through this new filter, and you're like, your entire life just flashes. You're like, oh God, oh wow, that was, yeah.
You feel gross.
Yeah.
But it is exactly like a hangover. You feel gross. And it even affects you physically. Like, you're tired. You feel icky. So, like, okay. And with that, so you're feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the emotional hangover. Like, you've either had an episode or you've had an aha moment. So you're feeling hungover. And Sean, I suppose it's been a year, experienced his first real hangover last year. Swearing he was not hungover, but we were all like, nah. Whatever.
Them egos will get you.
Drink the water. I don't want to eat. I feel nauseous. You'll feel better after you eat. No, I won't. No, fucking eat. Oh, I feel better. Okay. But we all have, like, our comfort. Like, when we feel icky and gross, especially emotionally, like, what is your hangover cure? Everybody has that hangover cure. Everybody, not even just emotionally, but it's just like physically. Like, everybody, you notice, like, as you're growing up, somebody has the cure, whether it's go to Waffle House or eat the greasy burger at like 12 a.m. or drink the green juice, because I don't know. I'm like, oh.
What is the mental health equivalent of eating the greasy food?
Yes.
That's, oh God.
Which is just a little sober, not too much, just enough. Yes, that is very, very true. He, for about half the day, swearing he was not
Asta calling
hungover.
me out, little.
Swearing he was not hungover, even though we were in a group of 6 other
Like, I'm
people.
fine. I'm fine.
He's like, I'm not hungover. I'm fine. I just have a headache and I'm nauseous. And he was
Yeah,
still a
I
little
have
drunk
all.
before being real honest.
I just have all these symptoms. I'm not.
But he's not hungover, even though the entire car is full of adults who not only have been hungover so many times, we each have our own cure. And we're like, try this, Sean. No, I don't want to. You're fucking hungover. Try this.
I don't wanna. I don't want.
And
I
then
don't
I'm like,
wanna.
drink the water.
Wait. I don't. I don't want to
Hi,
do.
Will. Thank you.
Hey, nerdy. Well, I don't. Wait. Hold on. I don't want to do the thing that everyone knows will help. That actually sounds a little. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. That's. I think that's applicable, and yeah.
Right.
Okay. Even Mouse is like, yep.
I know.
She wants to like. I raised my hand. I'm voting for that.
Mouse is BS because I pretty much ignored her yesterday.
Yeah. Take that, Mom.
No.
Pay attention.
I see you.
I see you. I hear
And she's
you.
gonna bite me. I don't
I'm
drink
still gonna bite
anymore,
you.
but I was really bad when I did. Yeah, like we all. I think anybody with trauma has their own type of escapism.
Mhm.
Mine was food, and mine is food, self harm.
Oh, she sound like she about fell.
She did about fall because my chair I moved over a little bit,
She couldn't
so
quite
it's
get it.
just far enough away. And now she's BS. What? She's
not
determined.
happy. Yeah. I will reach you. I will
She
sit in your lap.
She is determined to be in my lap. I am wearing shorts. It's the only reason I'm not letting you in my lap right now.
Scratchy.
Again, we're not doing serious topics today for those of you
No.
just coming in. We're just talking random, a charcuterie board of topics. So right now we're
Thank
talking
you,
about-
Jay, for calling me out. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. let me wallow in my misery. Let me wallow in my self-inflicted misery.
But my emotional hangovers, my emotional like hangover cures. No, I think they've changed over the years. They used to be my emotional hangover cures whenever I was feeling bad and like, whatever, I would seek validation. Just like do all the things to try to get compliments.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, because that's the thing for me, seeking that validation. Oh yeah, that's one. Eating is definitely what did she make it?
She went around because usually she's on my side because I have a U desk.
She's in front of you. Isn't it?
She walked over to the front desk because the chair is closer. So now she's close to the desk and she can put herself on the arm of my chair.
She's a smart kitty.
Fucking okay. I can't. You need to move.
Be in the lap.
Because you are here. Oh my God, you're worse than my kids. Here, okay, here. Look, fuzzy, and you'll be happy. You're gonna put my legs to sleep, but it'll be fine. Happy now? Yes.
Yeah, I kind of like the way you had it the first way, Asta. Mom, let me on you.
She is very determined. I think now. I don't even know. My emotional hangover now. My hangover cure. Honestly, if I'm being really, really honest, I turn on. It's the same. It looks very similar to my depression. I turn on my comfort shows.
Yes.
The comfort TV or the comfort movie, and it depends on.
It's not always the same movie.
No. It's not always the same movie. It's not always the same show. I feel like if I'm an emotional hangover, it's Star Trek. Because all of them.
Okay, doesn't matter.
All of them. The movies, all the movies, it is my. That is my. I am hungover. That's my Waffle House.
Yeah,
that is my. I need to eat the greasy thing that tastes good.
You
Like,
need to consume.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have to be my hangover cure, my emotional hangover cure, because it's like Star Trek, even in the dark episodes, even in the dark
Mm-hmm.
movies, Star Trek always is that thing of hope.
Yeah.
And so many people are like, again, this tells you about me.
Mm-hmm.
I like DC. I like, and everyone's like, with DC, the superheroes are they're not realistic. They're
I
not down to earth. They're
mean,
not like me, like, that's why a lot of people like Marvel, because they're real people who are superheroes or whatever. But DC is like, oh, now, Superman's all this goody goody, and Wonder Woman's, all these, too good. I'm
mm-hmm.
like, yeah, because it's like Superman's symbol stands for hope. I like the feeling of the optimism. When I am like hungover like that, I need to have hope. And I feel like, yeah, even through all of the trauma that I have been through, and honestly, I've been through a lot, it's one of those, I'm learning to be honest, and that includes positive things about myself, which, let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you, when you're being radically honest, it is so much easier to look at the negative things and actually be honest about the positive things.
Yeah,
It's really hard.
it is.
But I mean, the fact that I still believe in love and hope and the good in people after all that I have been through, that says a lot about me as a person. And that's my hangover cure. When I'm feeling bad or having to
Mm-hmm.
process or deal with all the things, I want to feel good. And that's what Star Trek does. That's what, the DC, like all the DC characters. Like, okay, and those people who like Marvel and like the Star Wars, and they like the dark and the edgy and the broody and all of those things, which is great. I like those things too, but that's
Hi, Papa
not.
Rooks.
Hi, Papa Rooks. Oh, the boss is
Papa.
calling you.
Yeah, Papa Rooks gotta
It's
go.
Sunday. You're off.
Yeah. How's the boss? Wait, which boss is he talking about?
Ooh, facts. Tell Cheryl I said hi. I love you.
See,
That
we
would be my
got you.
stepmom.
Yeah, we got you.
Anyway,
See,
go ahead.
for me, that is. See, I was
I
right.
thought so.
I was
Love
right.
you, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. Um, for me, it's Firefly. Firefly is that hope. Uh, it Even though it was canceled after one season, the universe. You know what? You don't start with me. This is not the day.
Go ahead. This is your hangover cure. I'm not allowed to judge out
Yeah.
loud.
Oh yeah. I see what your book says. Yeah, for me, it's Firefly. It is very comforting. I love it's the characters, and to me, it is that the group that sticks together, the unlikely band of people that make it work. And there is a lot of hope that even though like they lost the war, doesn't mean they were on the wrong side of it. And they keep moving forward. Whatever it is, whatever's going on, no matter how bad it is, they keep trying to move forward. They keep moseying along, replacing the parts and keeping it going. So Firefly is definitely mine. And there's also a specific spot on my couch that when I sit in it, it's like, oh, there's the spot. Not like that. It's like comfortable. It's like, okay, you know what?
Never seen Firefly.
Ooh.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, tread
It is
lightly.
good. I like Firefly. I
Uh-huh.
am not as an avid fan as Sean is. I'm like, I mean, I get the references. I mean, I like everything. And do I think that it should have, honestly, do I think that there should be a reboot? I do. I think that there should be a reboot. I mean, it might not be exactly the same, but I feel like it should be a reboot. And I think it got axed
Way too soon.
way too soon.
Way too soon.
But yeah, I like Firefly. I think Firefly is the middle.
Hmm.
Like Star Trek is like that optimistic. Star Wars is that like dark. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
Firefly is like because it is a Western.
It's a
Oh,
space
thanks,
western. Yeah.
Paragon.
Hey, Paragon.
Look at pipes in a completely different way. That's right. Actually, our donation goal is on the top right here.
Hmm.
As you can see, we actually doubled our goal, what we earned last year. We are still have it open for the next week. Oh shit! I started something. I started
What'd you
something on my
just do?
computer. I don't
Oh
know.
God.
I tapped a key and it
Oh
opened
Lord.
something. Um, so yes, if like so, it'll be open for another week. If you guys still want to donate, we would really appreciate that. None of the money. We don't see any of the money. None of the money touches any of Team AOA hands.
Mhm.
It goes directly to the organization through. Through
Charity.
Streamlive Charity.
Streamlabs charity. Yeah.
So it goes directly to the organization. So we don't touch any of it. So just in case you want to know, like that's it.
Yeah. So it'll be open for a week, just in case.
Oh, Sean, this is a great segue. Number
Yeah.
8, brain gremlins versus reality.
Yeah.
Describe those intrusive thought moments when your brain confidently lies to you, then dissect the
Oh.
moment you realize, oh, that's just the anxiety gremlin talking.
Ooh, that is me on a daily basis.
Do
I
you know
hate to
there's a
say
new
that.
Gremlins movie coming out?
There is.
Gremlins 3.
Oh, that's exciting.
I hate
Um,
Gremlins, but it's fine.
Gremlins were freaky back in the '80s. Gremlins are freaky, like the Mohawk one, and they were gross and yeah. That's why everybody loved Mogwai. What? So yeah, the brain gremlins. That is something that I have on a daily basis. I really do, and I've noticed a difference in medication when I forget to take the meds, and I'm like, why am I feeling like why are these thoughts? Oh God, I didn't take my medication today.
Of course he knows what the
Of
name of the
course,
girl. Of
Jake.
course he
Of course,
does.
yes, he
Of
does.
course he does. Um yeah, I think it's for everybody that's had trauma or has grown up in it or
Mhm.
even just in general. I think that everybody has their own intrusive thoughts. I don't think
Yeah.
that there's a personally that is again this is my opinion.
Hmm.
I feel like that there are always going to be people that have the intrusive thoughts. And when we're saying intrusive thoughts, because that's the thing that's oh, the intrusive thoughts, I want to, throw a baloney at the moving car so it hits another
Hmm.
car. Like that's an intrusive thought. But like this is the intrusive thoughts where they are like, you're not good enough,
Hmm.
or this project I'm doing is garbage because I'm not worthy of that. Like that
Yeah.
that's the intrusive thoughts we're talking about, not the intrusive thoughts of my hands are covered in paint and my best friend is there and I want to go like this on their face. Like that's different.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. The intrusive thoughts are like the kind of the manifestation of the of trauma that we have, like abandonment. Like one of the common ones that I have is like friends are lying to me. They don't really care about me. They're gonna leave me. They're like those are some of the thoughts that just sometimes just pop right in there. And I find that they happen the most when I'm already in a state. I'm already like exhausted or really anxious or something. It kind of like it's like that's like the stepping stone to them. Like, oh look, and they grab a hold of it and just pull. Like, oh, we're gonna jump right in, and the door's already cracked. And they, like I said before, they will be so confident. Those intrusive voices can be more confident than any other voice. They are
oh, absolutely.
absolute resolute in what they're telling me. There is no doubt that that's what they're thinking. That's what they believe. Those thoughts. That's what those parts of me believe. Um,
It's the belief system.
mhm.
Like
And they're
it's
confident in
like
it.
the gremlins, those intrusive thoughts are almost like a cult.
Yeah, they kind of are. They are more confident in believing and resolute in their ideas. Um, and I learned in IFS is that they're not evil. They're not bad. They're not trying to hurt me. They're actually trying to protect me in their own way of protecting me. it's just not it's just not you. It's not a way that I need to protect myself. It's not a way I need to use anymore. They're telling me things because they want to try to protect me the way that I needed to when I was, at a different point in my life. But they will come on fast and furious. They will just hit.
Too fast, too furious.
They are too fast and too furious.
Those gremlins. I think. Well, first off, I got absolutely traumatized by the gremlins maybe as a kid, and they were how everybody has like the monsters under the bed. Mm-hmm. They were the face of my monsters. Ooh. Like I would imagine the gremlin faces like right here, like up on my face when I was sleeping. Like it was terrifying. It was like night. They would give me night terrors. Mm-hmm. But like everybody has that, and as you're healing, and Asta was talking about, it's hard to see the truth, but what's truth and what's trauma, and it's sometimes it's really it is extremely hard because those gremlins can seem 10 feet tall, and very much you're standing there staring at this, and they're talking to you, and it's sort of like hard to like see, oh, that's not reality. Mm-hmm. That's not the truth. The truth is, this is my trauma. That's the gremlin that's sitting there going, oh, he texted just okay when all of this stuff, like you would send him this long heartfelt message and he just texted okay.
But they read it and didn't respond.
I motioned to text it at my front door.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Somebody's walking.
Uh-oh. Oh, I get those too. Some of the ones that I've had to work through is I can have a very positive, healthy conversation. I can have the person tell me that to give me so many compliments and positive things. I can go from that to they don't really care, or I screwed it up in a matter of like 2 messages. If the next exchange after that somehow gets in my head or doesn't happen the way I think it should have happened, all of that positive stuff that happened a moment ago, that part of me wants to just go, nope, that stuff doesn't matter. What matters is this exchange, like the okay message. If I get something like that, like the ending doesn't go well, that voice will just jump up and go, hey, I got to tell you something. Yeah.
Oh, Asta, I feel that on so many goddamn levels. Because if they send back, okay, my brain will go into overdrive and I'm already an overthinker, but when it's done, I'll be unable to do anything for a week. Oh.
It is, yeah. There's something about that okay message.
Okay.
Yeah.
I literally, I don't know how many times I've done that. I mean, like the next text I'll send back is, are you mad at me? Did I do something to upset you? Are you upset? Are you okay?
That's a slippery slope too.
And the reality is they're in like the bathroom, or they're like in the middle of work. They're in the middle of a project, like especially during the day. Like they're like, they got a phone call at work, or like, they had to do something and they wanted to acknowledge that they got my text, but they don't have time to respond to that.
Or they wanted to and they got pulled into something, especially during the day.
Right. And so it's terrible.
If you're having a back and forth conversation, like you both are actively in the conversation and then the other person just stops responding, I'm then scrolling up through my messages going, what did I say wrong? Those are thoughts that I end up having as soon as that. I was like, why haven't they responded yet? So they're on the Instagram, but they haven't responded yet. What's up with that? Oh, they just posted something on Facebook and they're not responding to my text. Why?
And by the way, folks, he's talking about me because I am notorious for not responding to his text, but I will send him like 20 Instagram messages. But what he doesn't get is like that's part of my ADD. I'm just
No,
like, okay.
I've learned that I just put down the phone. It still hits me. I still deal with that sometimes, but I've 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 learned not to put so much weight behind every single message. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'm working through that. Yeah, but yes, we'll get the series of if I get those series of memes, I'm like, okay, she's she's doing her thing. She's scrolling.
I'm doom scrolling and I don't want to
Yeah,
talk to anyone, but I thought
yeah,
of you.
yeah. There you go. Exactly.
People don't seem to understand that. I'm like, it's not that I
Not
don't want to talk to you. I just don't want to talk to anyone.
that is ooh, that's a big one right there. The because we're overthinkers, we take we exactly I take that on. Like for me, it's not you don't want to talk to anybody. It's why doesn't she want to talk to me? Why doesn't this person want to talk to me? Instead of that, like that
I have
that's
no
where
idea
the
what you're talking about.
right? That's where the brain goes first, is why doesn't the person want to talk to me? But again, is that a fact or is that the truth according to me? That's I don't have
I,
any facts. She didn't respond to me, but but that doesn't mean she doesn't want to respond to me or that she's talking to everyone else but me. So I have to be careful when that intrusive thought comes in and goes, why isn't she talking to you? She's apparently talking to everybody else. She must be, I bet she's having great conversations with everyone else but me. So
and
what's wrong with
see,
me?
I
Why does she
like to
hate
judge
me?
you on for that, but I am the same exact way. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
mm,
Those I won't lie and say those thoughts don't happen. Those thoughts absolutely happen.
all
It's
the time.
managing. Yeah,
All
it's
the time.
managing those thoughts. Those thoughts will occur. Those intrusive thoughts do happen. You're not getting rid of the thoughts. I'm learning to manage those thoughts. Oh, she doesn't want to talk to me. She's talking to everybody else, not me. Well, that's just me making up something because I'm feeling a certain way.
Right. Right. I actually said this the other, like last week sometime. Um, I was driving to work and it was Wednesday. I remember it was Wednesday because it was a day after my therapy session. We had talked, I had a bubble moment in my therapy session and I was driving to work and a song came on and it wasn't a song that I like was emotionally deeply connected to, but I was just driving because traffic and, it takes twice as long to get to work and,
Yeah.
than it should. But I was sitting there and I started to cry and not that ugly cry, like, oh, I'm feeling it so deep inside. It was just like I started to cry and I was like, okay. And I didn't even know, like, I sort of knew, but I didn't know what I was crying about. I think it was more like this emotional release valve. And it was like, I equated it to like being a shift manager at like some retail store
Hmm.
or like some company. Okay. Okay, trauma number 629. I hear you. I acknowledge that you're here. I am listening to your concern. You have 20 minutes until we get to work. But see, it's instead of like shaming it and it's managing it. It is just
Hmm.
going, okay, you know what? You need your 20 minutes or whatever, however long this drive is going to be. You need your time to be present. All right,
Hmm.
I will let you be present, but then once you're done, you need to go back. You're done. I
Yeah.
don't need to dwell on it. I don't need to, like, you don't get the whole day where you get to be the main character, but you get your 20 minutes.
There you go.
That's
I like that. You don't get to be the main character.
no.
You can have your moment.
It's like
Get it
it's you're
out.
managing. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you have your place. Okay, and you know what? We'll acknowledge this, and then but it is managing. It is exactly
Hmm.
managing. It's not understanding that these people aren't going away and you can't fire them and they're not going to go away, but you can at least manage and go, okay, you're here for whatever reason you need to be here.
Hmm.
But when we're done with this, we're done with it. And you go back to your cubicle.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have your 20
Yep.
minutes to present whatever it is you need to present. And I will
Hmm.
listen and I will acknowledge and I will sit in it. But after your 20 minutes, you need to go back into go back into your cubicle and I will go back about my day.
There you go. Yep. Because I've fighting it. the fight of no, 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 no. You're that tends to, like you said, as a like your manager, you constantly are fighting that. It's going to fight back. That part of you is like demands to be heard. And so constantly fighting it makes it worse, and it's exhausting.
There was a
So
saying in DBT in my group therapy when I was doing group therapy that they said, "What you resist persists."
mhm,
And I didn't understand that really. I thought it was dumb. I thought, what are you talking about? Like, these feelings are unpleasant. Like, I don't like, what do you mean what I resist persists? And what I come to understand for me about that saying, because it manifests itself differently for other people. But for me, I understood the more I fought it, the more I was like, I don't want to feel this. The more time I was giving it, the more energy I was giving it, the more I resisted, no, I don't want to feel that, so I'm going to ignore it. The more it was like giving it that mental and emotional energy,
mhm,
and it's going to be there. But if I don't resist, if I just sat there and instead of fighting it, I accepted and listened and sat in it, and actually, again, going back, having that curiosity of, why are you here? What is
mhm,
what is your purpose? I think is the big thing. What is your purpose for showing up? I'm feeling this. Obviously, you exist in my brain for whatever reason, trauma, whatever. But what is your purpose of showing up now? What happened that is causing you to show up? And when I did that and I started listening to myself and started listening to that, it didn't make it disappear,
mhm,
but it lessened the time that I was sitting in the discomfort.
mm, yeah.
And then it also gave me more time and more capacity and space to be. And I'm still working on it because God knows every single fucking session sounds like, you know what I hear? It sounds like you're being a little judgmental of yourself. Fucking shit.
Mhm.
Every single session. I'm pretty sure if my therapist said $1 every time she had to say that to me,
You have a lot of dollars.
she would be extremely rich. But
Yep.
it's not fighting it. It's just, okay, what's your purpose?
Mhm.
State your purpose.
State your purpose.
State your
Yeah.
purpose.
And like I said, its purpose is not to hurt. That's because that's what I had to learn when I was is it's not there like, why are you doing this to me? Why do you hate me? Why do you like judging those feelings, judging those thoughts? Why are you doing this to me? And talking through with my therapist is like, they're not trying to hurt you. They have a purpose. They're there because they feel like they need to protect you. But why they want to protect you, that's the stuff we gotta, we want to understand. There's a trauma somewhere in your life where they feel like they gotta come out. They gotta protect. So fighting the protector just makes them want to protect more. So yeah, gremlins.
But we love to feed them after midnight.
We can't. Yeah,
We
we
can't
can't help
ourselves.
that.
It's always midnight when we're when
Well, it's
we're
because
wanting to feed.
we're feeding ourselves, and they're just better.
It's just there. Like all of a sudden, yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. Low battery socializing.
Oh,
The
God,
art of
yes.
hanging out when your brain is running on 3%. What's your go-to low energy friendship activity? Bonus, rate each one for introvert accessibility.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hanging out on the couch, having like watching a movie or whatever, and not speaking to each other. But you're in the same room. And you could even be like not speaking, the TV's on, and both of you are doom scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. Like, I'm okay with that because you're not doing it alone. Somebody is there, and occasionally you can
Like
say
body
something.
doubling.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can go, hey, look at this.
Yeah.
And then you go back.
Meme.
And then you laugh, ha, 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 ha. Or they'll send it to you. Like, that's the other thing.
You're next to each other, and
they will send it to you, and then they'll wait till you see it.
They stop. They kind of start leaning, looking to try to get your face.
But there's no talking. There's no talking. Do not talk to me. My battery is at 3%. I am in battery reserve mode. Fuck you. Do not talk to me and don't touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me when we hit below 20%. Do not touch me. The only people allowed to touch me are my children, and even then, it's like the lower the battery gets, the harder it is to. Yes, I'll give you a hug. Okay, now go play.
Yeah,
go away.
Why are you still touching me?
I love you too. Go on.
See, I want that. I want to be fine with it. But I have trauma related to that, because that was my ex and I, that a lot of time was spent like that with my ex, but it wasn't us just sitting there and just, being together because our social batteries were low. That silence and that being there was actually, there was a lot of problems that were happening that were not being addressed. It was not a positive experience. It was not us just sitting there and just body doubling or anything. And so whenever I'm in that situation with someone else, my brain doesn't go, all right, we're energy's low.
No, he wants to talk.
My brain goes into overdrive.
I have done that. I have sat with Sean and I'm just like sitting there and I'm tired and I'm like, especially because I'm visiting, because I'm
like
coming
after a long
home,
flight or something.
A long flight, or like especially when I go home to Charlotte, it's like I've spent a lot of energy with my kids. If my kids are with me, and I spend a lot of energy with my family or my friends that haven't seen me, and I have been everywhere going, and a lot of times I'll stay with Sean to save money because he's got 4 bedrooms
and I'm by myself.
Yeah, so I mean it's fine, but and I'm just like, okay, I just want to stay here, so I'll just lay on the couch.
I have a comfortable couch. So yeah,
and because he's got this nice little couch and he's got this corner, and that's my corner.
Yes, that is your
anytime
corner.
That there's a sectional
You're
couch,
like Sheldon.
Every time that there's any sectional couch, the corner is mine. Yeah. It's my little cave. It's my little, any house. I find the corner is mine. But Sean will want to talk.
Yeah.
And maybe because he's been home all day, or he hasn't been out with us, and that's fine, but I'm not there. And so I'm just like, and then he'll talk, and the more it's like, his trauma will start ramping up.
Yes, yeah. Because silence was not healthy. Silence was weaponized for me. Mm-hmm. So it's hard so that's when the voices start ramping up, and it's hard for me to manage them at that point. Yeah.
And so then I think it was last December. I literally walked upstairs and stayed in my room and shut the door and didn't come down. And my kids did the same thing. He was talking to my kids. They were like,
we're done.
Because silence granted, I get where he's coming from, because I used to be the same way, but I've worked very hard to understand that silence is not a weapon. Silence, it can be good, and silence can be comforting, especially the older I get. So silence in my house is not necessarily a bad thing, and my kids have learned that too. And Sean,
I think part of that is also silence is all I know. Yeah. I live alone and I work a lot from home. Yeah. And so unless I am pushing myself out the door to do stuff, the entire place is silent. And so I think part of that is my trauma, and part of that is, there's someone here. Oh, and, all right.
I try to be very appreciative of that. Mm-hmm. But when I come to visit, it's very opposite of me, Yeah. And he also doesn't have kids. Mm-hmm. Or pets or anything like that. I do, and my kids are talkers. Nora will leave school, and she has been this way since she could talk. She will, and I love this about her, and I feel like this is I know she's had a bad day when I go, well, how's your day? And she's like, it was fine. I know that she's in a bad day, because otherwise she will come home and literally from the moment she got on the bus till the moment she got off the bus, she will fill me in on every single period of her day of what happened with her friends, Chloe will, like, maybe she might not tell me about school, but she will tell me about, well, I'm doing this project and I'm doing this, and hey, look at this and all this. And they love to share that with me. And I am very grateful for that. But that also is very much like,
it drags that battery. So you're
right.
looking for silence and quiet because you don't get that a lot of times.
No.
And for me, I'm in silence all the time. So kind of we're a bit of a clash there. And so
And especially when I come visit Charlotte with
Mhm.
my kids, because especially Chloe, Nora not so much, but Chloe a lot, because she's an introvert, and I'm her comfort zone.
Mhm.
So a lot of times we'll go out together, and she's here. She is somewhere very much nearby. And that's, again, I'm her support person, even in all her mental health stuff. Like, I'm her support person, and I'm very glad to, but that is also very much, I have to be very much on, and then very hyper aware of, like, where are you at? Like, I constantly am like, where are you at? I don't like, because she's very easily triggered, and I'm constantly, so when I get back to, like, Sean's house, and I know she considers that a safe space, I'm like, oh, okay, fine. And Sean's like, the golden retriever at the door.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I kind of am, yeah.
And I'm like,
look what I did. Look.
And just like the golden retriever, I'm like, hi, it's good to see you too. It's
Sit down.
okay.
It's fine.
Okay, calm. No, don't
You
jump. Don't jump. Go get the ball. I
Go
literally
get-
have to send him on errands. Hey, can you go do this? Hey, can
No,
you
wait,
go to the
that's
store
why
for
you
this?
send out? Oh my god. That's why you. Okay. All right. I got it. The truth be told, she throws the ball. Oh my god. That's
Hey, I forgot this. Hey, I really want this. Hey, the girls really. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna
we
order
could
some.
have
Yeah, I really want some DoorDash. Oh, you know what? It's gonna take longer. I'll just order it online. Will you go get it?
Oh my god. Wow. That's okay. I mean, I'm good. I'm not gonna be overthinking that one for the next couple hours.
Next couple of years.
Next couple of years. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you consider this a safe space, and that you can find that you want to try to relax here, because not every place can be that.
No.
So that's important.
Oh, you're welcome. That is just me going, I need to decompress, but I also know your trauma. And if I say I need to decompress, you're then going to overthink that. Why does she need to decompress?
I need to decompress without you.
Right. And he's going to think that it is abandonment wound. And so now and I also help you feel validated by you feel useful.
And I can help you. I feel useful.
I've known you for 20 fucking years.
You
I
have.
know how this works.
You do.
I know how to get what I need and supply you with what you need.
And give me what yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm being helpful. All right, yeah, I'll go get your stuff.
You see, you're trying to make it out like it's a bad thing.
I know it's not. It's not.
But because sometimes, I mean, honestly, it's hard for me to say, I just need a minute. Now, luckily, my kids are getting older, and I can, and they are very observant and exceptional human beings. So, like, especially when I come home and it's been a rough day mentally and emotionally, and I come home and I'm like, I've picked them up, and they're at the house, and especially like when they need me, and I can't, and I will be laying in my bed, and they know when I'm laying in my bed doom scrolling, they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, it's just been a long day. Can you give me about 5 or 10 minutes or about a half an hour? And I promise, like, I'll get you dinner in 30 minutes. And they're like, okay. And they're like, I love you. And I'm like, I love you too. And I'll hug them, and they'll go, because they know it's like, it's not that I don't love them. It's just they understand that I just need a minute.
I'm glad you guys have that relationship. I'm glad that you guys can communicate, that you communicate, and that you talk through that, and you understand that, and because I feel like that didn't exist, like, for me as a kid, the idea of as a kid, I need something, being able to communicate that, or even understanding that I had that and that was okay. Being able to have a moment and communicate what that was so foreign to me as a
But
kid.
that's the thing is, I was having a conversation with somebody the other day who's a parent and who's also trying to break the cycle,
Hmm.
especially when you're raised in a way that silences secrecy, so you're up to something. Yes, and
Yeah.
especially
Oh,
when it's reinforced in relationships.
yes. My ex, absolutely.
When you have it that from your parents, which is
Hmm.
weird because here's the thing: is your parents were the ones that, for I don't know about y'all, but for me, my parents were the ones that told me, "Hey, go to your room, figure it out till you're
Yeah.
done."
Yep.
Like that was like your room was your safe space. Like that, your room was the place where you figured shit out, and that's it. Be quiet, don't say anything.
Hmm.
But then it's like, but leave your door open because you're hiding something. Don't close your door, or
Yes.
like.
Exactly. Hmm.
But then
What?
in relationships, like, why you're hiding something? Why are you like
Yeah.
and being it
Pri-
reinforced?
Secrecy versus privacy,
Yeah,
and that. Yeah. Hmm.
I've actually come to the point to where even with my intrusive thoughts, that it makes me uncomfortable when somebody's texting in front of me or
Yeah.
sending an email or a message or their message
Hmm.
on their computer, and it's not even that like even with the intrusive thoughts, oh, I wonder if they're talking to somebody else, I wonder if I'm
Hmm.
boring them, or even with the intrusive
Hmm.
thoughts still makes me uncomfortable.
Hmm.
You're sent to isolation as punishment, but if you want that when you're up to something, yay, double standards. Facts.
Yes,
Facts.
absolutely, Jay. Hmm. That's what it was like.
But somebody was texting, like they were sitting beside me and they were texting. I literally looked away. I purposely like looked away.
Hmm.
And I feel like I thought to myself, that's growth. That is growth. Because I'm not over here like trying to be nonchalant, reading what they're saying or anything. It's just
Hmm.
like that's their conversation and I don't need to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's a
look at me.
that's a big deal. Absolutely. Yeah, that is a big deal because that trauma is not coming up and forcing your actions and making you feel like you have to. Um,
The trauma does come up. I want to make that clear.
yeah.
The thought of I wonder who they're texting. What I
Oh, yeah,
wonder what
it's
they're saying.
there.
I wonder what they're texting. I wonder what they're saying. Are
Mhm.
they talking about me? Are they saying blah, 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 whatever? But you know what? None of my business
Yeah.
because that's my trauma gremlin. That is my
Yeah.
insecurity gremlin sitting there right on the other side of me going, they're talking about you. They're talking, they don't want to be here with you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, no, no. And see me trying to read that text and trying to figure out who they're talking to and trying to figure out what email they're sending or whatever it is that
Mhm.
that's me feeding that trauma
Yes.
gremlin, that insecurity gremlin. And the reality is, you know what? I see you, I hear you. Yes, I know why
Mhm.
you're here. And you know what? Nope, I'm not going to deal with that because I know what that is.
Yeah. I've I've never been able to look over and read someone's text because I can barely read my own. So if I'm over your shoulder or if I'm near you and you're texting, you don't have to worry about me reading it because I won't be able to see it. But yeah, that texting, someone's texting. Usually, it's in a relationship. The person I'm in a relationship with, if they're texting, I have that same voice that they're talking about me or they're bored or they like who are they talking to? Why aren't they talking to me? Um, and it's those thoughts definitely hit. And I'm like, I've thought through like, so what if I knew what those were? Does that make me feel any better? What if I knew what the messages were? What if I read them? Would that make me feel any better? No. And then the reality is no. They're texting who they're texting, and it doesn't matter what they're texting. Even if they are saying something that I'm afraid they're going to say, what is me diving into this and going down this? What does that matter? How is that going to benefit? What is that going to make anything better? And it's not. It never is. Like snooping through someone's phone, that's never going to go well. It doesn't matter what you find, it's never going to go well. And so I have to go, okay, they're talking to who they're talking to. I'm still gonna feel those feelings, still gonna be there, but I'm be like, but I'm not gonna sit here and marinate on that thing that they're doing.
Oh, the marinating.
The marinating, yeah.
I'm
As an
the most-
overthinker, the marinating.
I know. My brain, the electric meatloaf is the most tender meatloaf ever.
It
Because
is-
we've
it is
marinated
so-
all of that trauma.
All that trauma. But I can tell you one of the traumas that I still have.
Still? One of?
One of that I still have, yes. When someone else has my phone.
Same.
Because some people don't have that trauma. Some people will hand over their phone like that. There's nothing. They don't have any problems just passing their phone around to people. I'm sorry. You want my phone? You want me to? I'm gonna need this contract. You're gonna have to write this contract.
Same. Like, it makes you nervous when you're showing them pictures and you hand them their phone to show you your pictures, and you're like,
oh my God. Even if there's not really anything there.
no. And that's the thing is, like, there's nothing there. It's just terrifying. And I think it's the terror because I don't know about you. Actually, I do know about you because it's happened. I do know about you. So I can say this with confidence that it is about you. And we've talked about it on this podcast several times. Yeah. Is that because it's not that we are talking or saying something inappropriate or whatever. It is the person that took our phone to look through it or has looked through our shit. Mm-hmm. One was looking to find something. Mm-hmm. And two, found something that they like, the truth according to them.
Yes.
And then made something that wasn't anything into something that was not at all what it is.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was a big, that happened in my marriage, and that was, it was awful. It led to some very bad, very difficult conversations and some choices that I regret making, to try to keep the peace. So I'm one of those people, like, my phone is locked. My phone is, I often put my
everything's password protected. Yep. Everything. And it is not that anything is happening for me. Okay. Mm-hmm. For me, it is also because it's selfies. Because I like, when I feel good about myself, I want to take selfies where I feel good. I look a little hot, like and I want to take those selfies, or I want to do a TikTok, or etc., a reel or an Instagram photo or whatever, on social media, because I've gotten in trouble for my social media before. And it's, why are you doing this? Who are you sending these to? Who are you? I'm like, well, no one. I'm sending them to no one. And he's like, so you're taking them for yourself? Actually, I am. I actually am. Yeah. Because I look cute. I looked good. I feel hot. I feel sexy. Because it's so few and far between that I want to be able to go, this is a moment, then I want to capture this moment where I feel good about myself, but I'm apparently doing it for someone else. When the reality is, I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm doing it for fucking me.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Same.
Why are you posting it on social media? Well, because I want to.
Yeah.
So I need to post everything where I look like a fucking troll. That's good for my self-esteem.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. What's this? That we have had in our past relationships, we have had those interactions, those conversations. Why are you doing this? You can't possibly be doing it for yourself. You must. Oh, so you're talking to this person. You're saying this. Oh, that means you want to screw them, or you're having a relationship. No, some things are just, they're just there. There's nothing to them. There's nothing insidious about them. And so, yeah.
But what I have learned, join therapy, is that I have to, instead of being combative about that.
That's hard.
I know. If they feel the need to do that, then, and then it is meeting it with what's triggered right now.
Yeah.
What is triggered in you? What behaviors in me that has triggered you?
Hmm.
And okay, is it, if it's going to make you feel better, okay, but like
It never does.
it doesn't. But I mean, if
But
that's what you feel that you need, okay.
mhm.
But also acknowledging that they're reasoning for it, and see, and asking that question, going, okay, what is it in me and how can I help you feel safe, instead of going, why, like, what are you doing to come at me to hurt me? And I think that that was what I've learned in approaching my partner is, well, you're just looking for something to be angry about. Well, they might be, but why? But what? And not,
Mhm.
and why is it terrible? I'm trying to not use why is it, but what is it that is causing that trigger, that urge in you that you have to know? What is the wound that is irritated right now in
Mhm.
you, that is causing you to feel a certain way about me?
And sometimes it's not you, because because that came out a couple. You said that a couple times. Is like, what have you done that has caused that? Sometimes it's totally not you. It's
And it's
their
not
feeling.
you that you've done something wrong,
Yeah.
but something that in a way of you behavior, or that maybe they've had a bad, or maybe they're in a point where they're a little bit more sensitive,
Yeah.
that something that in a and just like other people do it to you all the time, and it's having that realization is that other people, like the okay text,
Yeah.
like, in putting
There.
that in reverse.
Yeah. The other person isn't coming at us from a place of malintent.
That
They're not looking to hurt us. They're not the villain. They're dealing with a wound. They're dealing with a hurt from who know whatever it is. They're dealing with something at that moment, and that is the manifestation of it. That is what their thoughts are going. Well, she's doing this because it's feeding off of whatever they're dealing with at that moment. And so they're probably triggered from something. So they're not coming at you trying to hurt you. They're
they're
trying to.
coming they're
Mhm.
trying to feel better.
Yeah.
They're looking to you, and they're looking for to actually, they don't want to find what it is they don't want to find
Hmm.
that. What they want to find is comfort,
Yes.
because I have been in looking in that reverse. They're wanting to find that safety, and that because, but I know I am 100% guilty when being met with that trigger, that other person's trigger, and they're coming at me, like opening my phone or looking through my
Hmm.
stuff or whatever. It's very much like, you don't trust me, you don't, blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
and which is then reinforcing the trigger, and then puts
And
you in a combative cycle, and it becomes
when
bad.
trigger begets trigger.
When trigger, it becomes
Yeah.
this nice little cycle, and you're
Yep.
never really healing anything. And so that was a big thing that I learned is in, yes, I am allowed, and it's not ignoring your feelings. It's not
Mhm.
going, I am triggered because you don't trust me, and I'm all this stuff. But then it's like, when you do this, it's making me feel this way, but I also acknowledge that you're feeling this way, and
Mhm.
obviously we need to sit down and we need to give ourselves, okay, we need to
Mhm.
listen. When I do this, I can understand when I do this, it makes you feel this way
Mhm.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I'm having to learn that. Like, I had to, I had to go over that sentence often. When I do this, when I do this, I understand it makes you feel. I can
Mhm.
see how it makes you feel,
Yeah.
and acknowledging that, instead of going, I don't know why you feel this way. I don't know. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. And that is as the that is difficult in our own way. The person's coming to us probably triggered, and it is because we both have trauma in regards to that.
Right.
We're not immediately going to see that and go, well, let's talk about this. Let's have a calm conversation. No, we're immediately triggered. Someone
Yep.
wants to see what's on that phone. Oh, hell no. That's not happening. So we're immediately triggered. So to have that moment where you're okay, what's going on? Let's talk about what's going on. That is not an easy thing to do.
Mm-mm.
When you got two people that are both triggered, it's tough. That's one of those. I think we both need to take a moment because nothing positive is going to happen when both people try to have that conversation from a triggered.
Oh, absolutely not.
No
Absolutely
positive.
no,
way.
nothing positive.
No.
But you try, especially when you first start healing. You do try, and it ends up worse.
You try to have that conversation while triggered.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just, oh my God, it's so difficult.
It's terrible. And then it just
It
makes
doesn't
it
come out
worse.
right. Yeah.
No, and nothing you say comes out right. Then you're like, well, what did you say? Oh my God.
Yeah. So.
And then the argument comes out. And then all of a sudden you start fighting about things that aren't even like what
it morphs. The fight morphs into evolves
and we're like,
into everything.
then all of a sudden an hour later, I have found myself an hour later going, what the fuck are we fighting about?
Yeah,
I don't even know anymore.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, when you get to that point in the argument, or the words and another thing. No, stop. We're done. We need to take a moment.
Oh, and see, that's something that when the other person, because Searugs was a whole lot better about it than I was, because I'm a verbal processor, so I'm obviously wanting to like argue and argue and argue until we figure it out.
Yeah.
He's not. And when he gets triggered and overwhelmed, and and he's learning, but I also had to learn because I always interpret. I used to always interpret him. Okay, I need to walk away from this, as him walking away and just not wanting to deal with it.
Yeah.
And what I had to learn is that no, he was walking away because he literally, it was too much. And that walking away is not necessarily a bad thing. And I was like, oh, so hey, we just can we come back to this later?
Yeah.
But I always used to interpret it as and I would always come at him when he was trying to walk away. So he'd try to walk away, and I was one of those that would just go after him. I would follow him, and I would just like,
oh God,
yeah, we're gonna admit toxic traits here. That is exactly what I would do. That toxic trait of he would try and walk away, and not saying that we were having this healthy argument or whatever, but he would try and walk away, and I would be going after him. And not only that, I would be going after him, and I would always just be berating him.
Yeah, because it wasn't following after wanting to continue having a conversation. It was going after him to like,
how dare you walk away? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously don't care. Like all of the toxic traits,
all the stories that you're telling yourself just come out full bore at that point. Yeah. See, I am not a verbal processor either. I am more of I need to take my time. And we've had those conversations too. Where even whether it's over text or whatever, I think sometimes text is the worst because there's going to be a
get novels.
I will
novels. You'll have to scroll.
You want to spike my anxiety? You send me a novel. It doesn't matter what that novel says. Immediately, I'm going, oh God, I don't want to read this. Yeah, and so, and then it's and then there's pause, and then I'm like, I it's gonna take me some time to process this. I don't process verbally. So I think through, and then I'm like, okay, what am I going to say? And I've also got the trauma of I don't want to make it worse. So I have to deal with okay, I need to, I want to say something, but I'm trying to find the perfect thing to say to not make it worse. And so I'm fighting that trauma as well. And all of that is happening here, and nothing is happening here. And so on the other side, who wants to verbally process, sees that as nothing positive. And so I've had to learn I gotta say something. So that was my thing. I wouldn't walk away. I would just shut down through those conversations. And that came off very badly.
Yeah, so we come off on this show like we have our shit together. We don't.
Oh,
We
no,
still-
no. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that happened like a couple months ago.
Probably, yeah. This isn't long ago
This
history.
is not. This is not.
still-
No, this is like
These aren't difficult, and these still, and just because we maybe have some positive healthy ways to deal with it doesn't mean we're not going to end up in the opposite at some point. So yeah,
we go to therapy, and our therapist talk us down off the ledge, and then
yep. That's what we pay them for. Even though we don't like it, we're like, why do you got to be good at your job? You got to stop being so good at your job.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
You wanna hear something funny?
Oh, absolutely. Give it to me.
So, speaking of my therapy session, I was in therapy this past week, and I was telling her, because we've talked about this, being emotionally addicted. So, because like arguments and drama do spike your oxytocin and in your serotonin and your dopamine, and it spikes those things because your nervous system is in fight or flight, and then it gives you that hit of adrenaline, et cetera, and so forth. So oftentimes, especially with trauma, you're so used to living in that constant state of fight or flight that when you go into the unhealthy, like your brain and everything goes down, it becomes unsafe. So your brain is constantly looking for the drama and constantly looking for the negative thoughts and constantly looking for things to be anxious over, and you are constantly and it's unintentional. It's not like you're purposely going, I want to find the drama. It's just like it's that time when that small, tiny, intrusive thought just pops in your head. And just all of a sudden you're like, I was feeling good earlier. It's that day. You remember, because we've had that conversation before. It's that day where I was having a great day.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I just had this one little thought. And then all of a sudden, 2 hours later, I am like in the biggest emotional funk. Like I am triggered. I don't understand that. It's what I found is it's like my brain going, you feel good. I don't like this. Like this is not safe. So your brain is going, okay, what is the status quo? The status quo is I need to feel bad. I need to feel worked up. So
I need that shot of chemical.
Yeah. But it's like I was talking to my therapist, and I was like, I don't want to feel that way anymore. I do. I want to recode my brain, but I don't know how to do that. Like I now can recognize when my brain is doing it, but it's still doing it. So I don't know how to, because, in therapy, it's like you're literally having to recode and rebuild yourself as a person that's not in trauma. It's like, I don't know how to do that. And she's like, the middle path for you, I think, is practicing gratitude. And I was like, And I was like, that gratitude, she goes, and I was like, but the problem I have with that is that, all of these fucking social media, and it's like, have the attitude of gratitude and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, it's not that. She goes, you still need to acknowledge that I'm having a fucking shitty day. Being grateful is like, you know what? I had a cup of coffee today. I am grateful for this coffee. Because this day was shitty, and it's the thing that, and doing those things. And she's like, she sent me an app, like, and she's like, just finding. She goes, not the big things, all the little things. And what made me think is like, I've done this before.
You have.
And I was like,
you have a name for it.
I didn't tell her about it, but I was like, I've done this before. I can do this. Is that what I was doing? Is that what I was doing?
Yes. Yeah, you were. That was. Absolutely.
And so it was like, oh, okay, I can do this. I know this. I just don't practice it. I need to learn it. So,
You
yes,
practiced it when you were younger.
I did.
That was one of the things I remember. I very much remember that you doing that, you introducing me to that, and I did it. I carried it forward for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember the name. So cool. That's awesome. All right. So more gratitude.
More
And
gratitude.
when I hear that, my first thought is like fake gratitude,
Yes.
plastic positivity. Like I've got to be thankful for this thing and that thing. Like I've got to fill a quota. I've got a
Right,
gratitude
and I think
quota.
that that's why. Okay, for those of you who don't know, that's why I like the thought of it being a purple paperclip
Yeah.
instead of a gratitude.
Yeah.
And
You may have to
okay,
explain the purple paper
I
clip.
am going to explain the
Okay.
purple paperclip, but I feel like because of the plastic positivity, because of that attitude of gratitude and the affirmations and all of
It
these
is
things, and just again, like healthy, but like therapy buzzwords and
good.
all of
Good
this,
vibes only.
the good vibes and your aura and all of this stuff,
Yeah.
you need to be, because what the plastic platitudes and plastic positivity and that Pollyanna bullshit is, I'm going to be constantly happy and should be have a attitude of gratitude and not ever acknowledge that shit is bad, that I had a shitty day.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it's taking that and shaming you for having a shitty day and not
Mm-hmm.
being completely grateful for being alive. Like, it's just like parenthood. Everything's a blessing. No, my kids were little assholes today. I love them, but they were assholes today. That
They
doesn't
can
mean
be
I don't.
both.
I know two things can exist in the same way. I can have a shitty day and still be grateful that I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Yep.
plastic positivity is like shaming you for actually acknowledging that you had a shitty day and today was shit and people were assholes and like, and I'm like, I'm feeling shitty because today was a shitty day. But you know what? Yeah, I'm grateful that I am alive, that I got to experience this shitty day, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Don't tell me that I need to be shiny, sparkly, glittery because I am grateful of being alive. I am grateful for being alive, but you were an asshole right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still grateful.
Yep. One doesn't negate the other.
I am grateful for this coffee because God knows I would not like you. You would be dead without it. Like,
Absolutely. Yep.
but purple paper clips. Okay. I'm going to try and do this abbreviated, but there's really no way around it. So this might be a little bit of a long story. And then we'll end on this. We'll end on this. And this can be your homework. If it's my homework, it's got to be your homework too.
Yes.
So in college, I had a mental breakdown. I had just gotten broken up with a guy, and I didn't realize was a very much of a triggered BPD like episode. Oh, well, that's good.
Oh, awesome. There you go.
We're winging it. This is us not having a plan and us just talking, so it's fine.
Some of our best episodes are winging it.
I know. So, and this was in college. I was a junior in college, and I was in a bad place. And so, as those of you know, what a manic depressive BPD like episode is it's dark. It's very dark, and it wrecks you. And it wrecks you to your bone. And so I was that way for several weeks. And then I was a counselor for a program. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was the Legislator School for Youth and Leadership Development. And I was a counselor for that. And what we did is we trained middle schoolers and high schoolers, not the best of the best. These were kids who were recommended for this program, the 2-week summer program for each session, for this program that had potential. Like they just needed that these counselors and these teachers saw potential in these students, but maybe had a bad home life, or maybe had just situations that they just needed a little bit more support and encouragement and positivity in that. And so I was a counselor for that. And we had a week to prep. Then so we each had our own dorm floors because it was held at the university I went to. And day 2, I think. And I'm still in this funk, mind you. I am in this funk, but I'm masking as well as I can, right? And, you know, and when you're in those funks, you feel like you're just basically going through the motions. Like every day, you're just going through the motions. So one of the other counselors, he was an art major. And so I had asked him to help me decorate my hallway. I had a plan, but I sort of needed help. And he was already done with his hall. And so he came into my room, and I had, because I had a list of shit. And we had our supplies everywhere. And I was putting together, I don't even remember what I was putting, packets or something, or I don't know what I was doing. And purple is my favorite color, right? So I'm randomly doing this, and he's helping me, and I picked up this purple paper clip, and something in my head just all of a sudden snapped. And I was like, I got so happy at this paper clip. It was one of the small ones too. It wasn't even one of those big fancy. It was a small paper clip. And I just started to giggle and get so excited. Like, genuinely, for the first time in weeks, I'd felt excited and happy. And I was showing him, I was like, look at this, look, it's a purple paperclip. Oh my God, how cool is that? Like, you know. And he looked at me like because it was very sudden. It was we were sitting there just having casual conversation, and then instant. And he's like, okay, she's lost her fucking mind. And which then, okay, it gave me that dopamine hit, which then all of a sudden, and it helped pull me out of, it helped ground me. What I've realized, ground me into something else. And what I realized is that purple paperclip was something, it was small and it was insignificant to other people, and it didn't mean anything to him. It didn't mean anything to anyone. It was a fucking office supply but for me in that moment, it was the thing I was grateful for, because it was the thing that I was just like, it made me happy in that moment. And it meant nothing to anybody else. And it didn't matter if it meant nothing to anybody else. It meant something to me. And through the rest of that session, I actually taught my kids in the session. And I was like, why does it matter? Why does that paperclip fucking matter? It's a paperclip. Because it was something that made me happy in the dark. And that mattered to me. And I was grateful for that. And so for a very long time, for months, I had this thing called purple paper clips, and it was find the purple paper clips in your day, and they don't have to be big, and they don't have to be extravagant, and they don't have to be any of these things. They just have to matter to you. And it can be something as stupid, like I say stupid, it can be something that it doesn't matter to anyone else. Just like, I made my coffee exactly right today. Nobody else is going to taste it. I'm the only one. But you know what? Yes, that moment of, oh yeah, this is good. Like, okay, that's something to be grateful over. And sometimes it's hard to find those, but it is every day you can find those. And it's not that plastic positivity. It is not finding the things that and you don't even have to share it with anybody else. It's that paper clip of going, look at this. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh, okay. And you're like when it can be something as like insignificant, maybe like you organized your spreadsheet exactly how you like it. And it brought you that conditional formatting where it just got, oh yeah, that moment of feel good. And even in that moment, and it can be fleeting, and it's like, okay, you felt it and you went about your day, and the spreadsheet then ended up pissing you off later on down the line. But for that moment, you felt okay.
Yeah.
And there, even in your darkest times, you can still find those things.
Absolutely.
And so that is my homework, is that I need to practice gratitude. And I was like, which then made me feel guilty that I don't do it anymore. And she's like, but that's you training your brain to stop looking for the drama and start looking for the thing, like looking for the calm. And Okay.
Right? Oh, okay, fine. When you begrudgingly admit that your therapist is right.
Every
Fine.
week.
Fine.
But that's my homework, and I feel like, and I like calling it purple paper clips because this is my list of gratitudes. Again, it has that social stigma and in our head nowadays because of social media. But if you call it, this is my purple paper clip. If you can call it, this is my Lego brick. I don't care what you call it. You know, but I called it my purple paper clip. And this is my purple paper clips for the day.
If you had called it anything else, I don't think I would have remembered it as well. But the name, having that name really gave it tangibility. It stuck. That stuck with me. Whether or not I did it is different, but it did. But the idea did stick with me. So I think your community, what you can, if you want to do it, I think it's a good idea. You don't have to.
Find the purple paper clip.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to find it. Just notice it. I think that's the big thing. Don't go looking for it. Just notice it.
Don't force it. Yeah.
Acknowledge the purple paper clip. I didn't go looking going, oh, I wonder if it's in there. It literally, I picked it up without even looking at it. And it just. I used to have a blog back when blogs were big, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I used to have a blog where I would, like, every day, I would make a list of like 5 or 10 purple, and I called them purple paper clips. Here's my list.
It was your top 10 list.
Here's my top 10 list of purple paper clips for the day. And some of them were stupid random. But it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So it may mean absolutely nothing to anyone else. And that's okay, because it doesn't need to. It means it just needs to mean something to you.
And that's the thing, is it doesn't have to, and it's, some people look like, if I say, what's your on your list? Purple paper clips? What the fuck? Like, a good writing pen.
Oh, a pen, the way a pen, that is the thing right there. Right, the way it writes, the way it feels in the hand. Experience that. Take a moment. For me, the one that comes into mind, when 2 Lego bricks snap together in just that right way, that's perfect sound. It's very satisfying.
So that we're gonna end it there. I think that's a good place to end it.
That is a fantastic place to end it. Thank you guys for being here.
We're tired.
It's been 24 hours.
We rambled, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I absolutely went back and watched the charity stream a little bit, and I found the Lego. Speaking of Legos, the Lego build off where you like.
Yeah, if any of you guys watch it, if there's sections,
it's hour 901, by the way. If you want to know the moment I'm talking about, it's hour 901 on the team _AOA Twitch channel. Yeah, it's me fucking with Sean.
I think the VOD stays up there for a couple days or a week or so. So if anyone has any moments that they want clipped, if you tell me the time or approximate time of when it happens, I can do that, because it's a lot to go through. It's a lot to go by. So I'm gonna be trying to go through and like breaking stuff up into sections and working with it. But if you have something specific that you want clipped, let me know. You can put it in Discord.
Yes, but speaking of our charity stream and the fundraising that we're doing, the charity fundraising, we have right here on the top, this is how much we raised yesterday, which is freaking awesome.
Amazing.
Very excited about that. And yeah, that's the follow-on mission. It helps vets and first responders with adrenaline therapy, and they're amazing people. We did our charity stream a little early. Normally we do it on Veterans Day, but because Veterans Day falls in the middle of the week, we decided, okay, we're going to do it whenever more people can be available and more people are able to watch, because not everybody can watch on a Tuesday, during the day.
Yep.
So, But that's why we're opening up our donation link for the rest of the week, because maybe you didn't get to catch our stream, or maybe you don't get paid till Friday or whatever. Then that's fine. And if not, it's still going to be open. So share that out. You can, whatever little or much that you can or able to give, that we would appreciate that, because these are great people. And we have a friend of ours who this is how we got tied up with his organization, is that he really benefited from it, and it pretty much changed his life. And so they are great people. They are absolutely wonderful people. And they even showed up. They even showed up to our stream, and they were watching it. Yeah, so it was great.
That was so great to have them there.
Yeah.
So.
And then tonight, are you building tonight?
I am totally building tonight.
You gotta feel better about yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. I do. I am building tonight with Let's Build with Pep, but I am going at my own pace tonight. Unlike last night, where I was furious building. Oh God.
I wasn't helping, but it's fine.
No, I know, but it was fun. It was fun anyway. We now have very cool looking cars. Let me show you. Yours off. Here's mine. There you go. Look how fancy. Fast and Furious cars.
This is my trophy.
That is your trophy, yes. Wait. Here's my trophy. Right there. So that is tonight at 6:30 Eastern on my channel. We are continuing the gingerbread AT-AT tonight.
I honestly, I love that one, and I sort of wanted it, but I was like, it's fine, because I really want the Enterprise.
No, yes, yeah, the Enterprise. So we're going to talk about that tonight. I know we're
going to talk about it right now.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we can talk about it right now if you want. Yeah, the Enterprise. The Enterprise was announced. The USS Enterprise D was announced.
The D, that's important. The Enterprise D. Yeah, and if you're a Trekkie like me, that's an important distinction.
So it is 3,600 pieces. It is $399 US dollars. It is, and it is everything that I wanted it to be.
Yes.
It is a display set. It is not a death slice.
She's going to try and bite me because I'm moving her now.
Of course she is. So yeah, it is. So it's not minifig scale. If it was going to be minifig scale, it would be huge. But yeah, it is a display set that comes with like 16 minifigs, which includes Wesley Crusher, which I think is hilarious. So it's it's like 16 minifigs. And it even has a detachable.
I know, the fact that the saucer is detachable.
Yes. Oh my God. It is not too high price. I think $399 is a good price for it. It is a substantial size. I know, right?
So sexy.
And it's a display set. I am so excited for it. It is releasing on the 28th, on Black Friday. So you better believe I'm going to be grabbing more than one. So yeah, I'm planning to be at the store.
Do you see this cat?
And
do you see this cat?
Yeah, and on my phone. She's all about trying to get up there.
No, she's like, the blanket. Oh, it was warm. Now I'm gonna get under it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Of course. She likes anything that smells like me, which I guess is comforting, but like.
See, exactly. There you go.
There are some times where she'll be under the blanket because I sit on a comforter because my cushion in my chair is garbage. Yeah. But I sit on a comforter, and sometimes I'll go to sit down in my chair and I'll sit on her because she's under. And I was like, that's my ass blanket. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
When you go to sit down, there it is. You go to sit down, you have that moment of, oh my God, there's a cat underneath me.
Yes.
This is the gingerbread AT-AT so far.
The gingerbread that makes me so happy. And I love the fact that Sean, what he does is he takes his little Christmas display that's in the background right over there. He'll take it and put it downstairs in the hallway.
Yes. Oh yeah.
When you walk into the house, it's right there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be building this probably until the Star Trek Enterprise comes out. And as soon as that comes out, I am going to start that build. I'm not waiting on that one. So we may have to pick this back up depending on how long it takes. But I'm not sleeping on the Enterprise Gonna put that together, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yeah, and of course I'm gonna stream it. So, what do you?
It's gonna make me so jealous.
Aw. You want to come get yours? You want your shit tea? You want it shit tea? do you want to do? Wait, do you want to do a build off for the Enterprise?
It doesn't have to be a build off. It can just be
it's a build together. It's a build together.
Build together. We can brick up together.
We're gonna get brick together. Wait, hold on. No, that's not.
No, but y'all, I was at work when Sean sent the link, and it like when Lego finally released all the promo videos and stuff. It's everywhere. All the many, because it is so. For some reason, this is like I don't know why it's a big deal. I think
it's Star Trek. It is the first foray into Star Trek.
Right, because they've had all of the Star Wars stuff for Lego, but none of the Star Trek, and I think that's what's like a big deal. Mm-hmm. But and like the Harry Potter, I think it's just like, okay, we've done everything we can out of Star Wars. Yep. We've done everything we can out of Harry Potter.
What has a massive fan base that we have not tapped yet? Star Trek, right?
Right, we've done all the Disney shit, but yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I expect it to sell very well.
The DLC with the Gift of Persia, the shuttle. I know.
Oh yeah, the little shuttle. Now the little shuttle is minifig size. They took the little shuttle and put it on the Enterprise to say if you had an Enterprise that was minifig scale, it would be massive. But yes, the little shuttle, cute little shuttle. It is amazing. I'm so excited. But yeah, no. What I'm hoping is that this is going to do very well, and this will be the first step into, because imagine Lego playsets. Imagine the next generation.
You have the Voyager, you have Discovery, you have the Defiant, you have Deep Space Nine. Yes, I know I'm showing. You have the Romulans, the Cleon. Okay, yes, I am showing my nerd, but it's fine.
Who wouldn't want the next generation bridge as a model set, right? That's what I'm saying. Who wouldn't want to have that to show off? How cool would that be? Right? I just touched something and you didn't. I might That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. Right? I know. That would be, yes. You would totally. Yeah. See, that's what. Yeah, dioramas. That's what I'm hoping this is a stepping stone into. Because now that they've got the IP.
Right. The Loren, and honestly, if you know with Next Generation in that one, and
there have been some complaints about that Tasha Yar is not there, but they only had so many minifigs that they could do, and some of the decisions were based upon the printed pieces they could make, and some of the minifigs would require pieces that they didn't have and were too difficult to print in the time that they had to do it in. But the head project guy for the Enterprise has already said that they do have things in the works. They are plans for other minifigs. So
okay, well I have to go because the hatchlings have come in. So
right. We'll talk about more tonight on the stream at 6:30 on my channel.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Did you really just high five over me? Right
no,
now?
We didn't.
Okay, we're live.
Hey.
Hello.
Last week,
You don't even do that well from the front seat.
Okay.
It was coming.